What's up, travelers? Welcome back to Thavorian Skies, the Pokemon podcast where chaos is canon and every episode is one bad opinion away from a Twitter thread. Today, we're breaking down everything that just got dropped on our heads during the latest Nintendo Direct. And yeah, it's basically Mega Evolution's revenge arc. Pokopía is a thing, Greninja's juicing, Raichu got 2 Megas, and somehow, Malamar got there first. Big love again to HoopsandHipHop for the music of this episode, certified soundtrack to our collective meltdown. Let's dive into the Mega Dimension and figure out if Raichu's okay. What is up, everybody? This is Unseelie King from Thavorian Skies. We are coming at you with a special edition of our YouTube podcast that is literally going to be centered around news for once. We don't usually do that, but here we are. Today, I'm joined by Evan, Hayes, and Gray from, the Thavorian Skies team. But we have 2 special guests with us today. We've got Xehanort, who's a member of our channel. What's up, Xehanort? How you doing?
How you guys doing? Extreme Gamer XP on Twitch.
And we also have Apollo with us. As he likes to call himself, our super secret mod, General Troll, and he is going to be our fresh eyes on all of the things we talk about because he hasn't watched them. What's up, Apollo?
Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm Apollo. You didn't see this yet.
Evan, how you doing today?
Good. Ready to yap.
What's up, Gray?
What's up? Ready to get started.
And of course, Hayes, what's happening, man?
Extremely tired, but ready to go.
Yeah, you had to work today, you said, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. You're good, but you're going away for 2 weeks, bro. You got time to I say you'll have time to relax, but let's face it, do we ever actually relax on vacations?
No.
Not really.
No. We end up doing as much as we can.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what we're going to cover today, guys, is we're going to cover all the reveals back from the original Malamar tease up to the Nintendo Direct that we saw yesterday. So we are covering everything from September 4th all the way till this week. The caveat being is that we've had essentially 2 months of reveal. We've gotten the Dragonite reveal, the Victory Bell reveal, the Hawlucha reveal, and then now we've gotten 6 more Mega reveals in a 2-week time period, which is wild when you think about it. So, I'm going to open this up for the original Malamar tease. Now, I saw bits and pieces of it through Twitter and YouTube, and I mean, it was very obvious what was coming, but it was a little weird. What did you guys think of that actual, I guess, marketing cycle for that?
I like what they did with the Malamar short, specifically with like making the live action and making all the people in the live action match the characters and NPCs in the game. That was really cool. They did really creative with that. It was a little goofy. It is Pokemon, so you expect it to be somewhat goofy, but it was actually really cool for what it was.
I agree with that. I still say Malamar look like Megamind. I'm gonna forever say that.
It does. Oh my god, it does.
Yeah, I mean, the original tease that they gave us was very good. Is obviously it goes in line with what they're trying to do. They're promoting megas recently, so it's obviously it's leaning towards a mega reveal for the Pokemon. But them really leaning into what Malamar is known for as a Pokemon, being the hypnotic kind of evil personality Pokemon. Them leaning into using the trailer aspects of it, of people being hypnotized to really like Malamar, I think was a really fun way to lean into the field as they went forward with it.
Isn't the villain supposed to be Emma in the game? Is that her name?
The villain's gonna be Emma?
No, Emma is was kind of took over Looker's bureau thing that he had.
But didn't she have that whole arc where she had the power suit and she went evil or something?
So she was under mind control. No, she was no. That's the post game of X and Y. But she was under the control of Zerostic, the Team Flare guy.
Oh,
Okay. But then he ended up giving her his Malamar though, right?
Yeah, he had a Malamar.
Yeah, and she had a Malamar in her like quote unquote boss fight. So the suit, or basically the helmet, was basically the mind control device. So if you see in X and Z, at least she's not wearing the helmet; she's only wearing the suit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but maybe she's just like, this is how I want to roll.
I was thinking she may have Mega Malamar on her team over the Mega Lucario. I don't know how solid the Mega Lucario from the box art is for her team, but I see her with a Mega Malamar and being like almost the head antagonist of the game.
I don't think she will have Lucario. I think she will have Mega Malamar.
Yeah.
So I guess now we're going to get to the actual Malamar reveal. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Like, it was a design choice. I understand it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, okay. So you watch it while the rest of us talk about it, and then we're gonna get your first ever reaction of it when you come back from watching that. So then I'll go right to Evan. What did you think of Mega Malamar reveal?
I thought it was a pretty good reveal. Not like a huge fan of the Mega Malamar. Like, I see what they were going for with it. So, and like, I don't dislike it. But I think the reveal itself was well done.
I can agree with that. I'm not a Malamar fan. I'm definitely not a Mega Malamar fan, but the design is smart, no pun intended, and it's on brand with Pokemon. So I can't hate it. I don't like it, but I can't hate it. I can respect the design. I can respect how they released it. It wasn't something I would do with the release, but it was cool.
Okay, Hayes, what's your thoughts on Mega Malamar?
So the reveal itself and how they spread it across 2 videos or a week, I think 10 out of 10 for that. I think that was very something very different and something unique. So I like that. Malamar itself, I've never been a big fan of it, but I don't dislike this design. I understand what this is. I like it for what it is. Let's see how it is in the game.
Yeah. And Xehanort.
Man, for me personally, I like the little swirly circles. I like looking at the lights go in a circle. I'm pretty sure I got hypnotized by the Malamar during the trailer because for some reason I want to Team of 6 Malamar on mine. That aside, every time I look at his mega form, I think you're a villain. You're just not a super one.
Ooh, that's such a. Oh man, Hayes, if you are the one editing this, we need to have that somewhere on the thumbnail. You're a villain, but you're just not a super one. Damn.
Very Mojo Jojo vibes.
Yes. Yes. Damn. Okay. This is the first time Apollo has seen the reveal for Mega Malamar. What is your thoughts on it?
Honestly, dude, I love Malamar. I loved when it was introduced and the way you had to get it by flipping this actual switch. Thought it was interesting. I actually really, really liked the design. Does it look weird? Of course. It looks like a glow in the dark. But I'm with Xehanort on the little tentacles spinning around.
Yeah.
That looks sick. And then when it attacks like a little spear. That head though, man, they could have done so much more with it. It looks like Gorilla Grodd or something from Justice League.
Can I bring up the fact that in some of the animations for Mega Malamar, it looks like it's stabbing itself in the head with its own tentacles?
Yes.
I think it's combining its brain power. It's doing that little fingers on the brain, thinking really hard move.
Yeah, but those things are going in.
Maybe it's got an itch it can't scratch.
I think that part.
I thought our other episodes were wild. This is too wild. Oh man. Okay. So next we go to, this is 2 days later after the Mega Malamar reveal. We had a Nintendo Direct. I don't know if anybody else was super skeptical about us getting a bunch of new stuff. I wasn't. I thought, okay, Nintendo Direct, maybe they'll show off, a new Mario game, which they kind of did. Maybe they'll show off, that they showed off the Donkey Kong DLC. They showed off a bunch of indie titles. Like, the massive Pokemon section that we got, I was not expecting. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I was so sure that we're not gonna get much that I booked an appointment with a dentist 2 cities further from my city at the same time.
Bro, I scheduled a meeting and then had to reschedule the meeting once I saw that there was rumors that there was Pokemon. I was like, sorry guys.
So we're talking about the Direct now?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we think about Pokopía?
So I'm gonna actually save that for last because I have thoughts, and I have a feeling that those thoughts are going to that's gonna carry us a while. So I want to save Pokopía for last, but we did get the Kalos starters revealed for Legends ZA. Granted, it's behind the caveat of you have to compete in the ZA Battle Royale mechanics, ranked system. We don't exactly know what the details on that are. I know Evan and I have talked about this earlier. I'm under the understanding that it's going to be treated like the global challenges or the grand challenges when they were giving away shiny Pokemon for those. You're probably going to have to compete in a set number of these battles, and you'll be rewarded your Megastone for competing, but we don't know that yet. So I'm actually going to go backwards this time. Xehanort, what do you think of the Kalos starters?
Well, I think I said this to begin with, but I'm messing with that Chesnaught. I love that Chesnaught design. The Braxian, or what's the
Delphox.
Delphox, yeah. The Delphox, I get it. I don't think I'm a fan of that though. And the Greninja, why is he upside down? Just why? Like why is he on? And then the thing is spinning, but he's not spinning.
Because he's a ghost.
Because he's spinning it.
Bro, have you not watched Naruto?
The shuriken is spinning, but he's not spinning with it. He just stands still in the middle.
He is using water shuriken jutsu.
I just have questions on ground, but I love the Chesnaught. I do.
So the answer to that, I think when I read it on the website, that shuriken's basically coming out of its own membrane.
So he should definitely be spinning. He should be spinning.
No, but he's spinning. He's spinning his
coming
membrane.
Out of him, his skin.
If you spin your neck, only your neck spins, right? Not the whole of you spins.
Think of it like a fidget spinner.
So wait, hold on. Now we're gonna go out of order because now I have questions. Wait, hold on. So what you're telling me is he is taking his membrane, the thing that frogs have that helps keep them, moist or whatever.
Yeah.
Science, cool, love it. Incorporate the science, love it. But he's taking that, turning it into a water shuriken. Now, mind you, it's still attached to him.
Right.
I think it's like a fidget spinner. I don't think the middle spins. I think just the edges spin. Because the middle is like a hole, and he's standing like somewhat on the hole.
I don't see a hole. I mean, I see his toes. I don't see a hole.
I see his toes.
I see his toes.
Maybe it's just sliding across his feet. Maybe it's just spinning and sliding across his feet. So he's not spinning, but it's still attached and it's still spinning. I don't know.
Okay, well, Hayden, what is your thoughts?
I don't like it.
Any of them?
No, on Greninja.
Oh.
Because Greninja, to be honest, it's just switch it upside down and it's just Greninja standing on a shuriken.
I just don't get it.
Nothing else has changed. Nothing else has changed much other than maybe some cosmetics, and if you take out the shuriken, it's just Greninja. So
okay,
not a big fan of that, especially how popular Greninja is. I thought they would go all out on that mega design. but they didn't. But the other two are like amazing. Both of them, Chesnaught and Delphox.
Solid. Evan, what are your thoughts?
Chesnaught is peak design. It is easily my favorite of the megas released so far. Delphox is good. I like with it. It's about what I expect. They're getting more into like the wit aspect of what Delphox was. I'm with Hayes and the others on this of Greninja. They flipped it upside down and took the water shuriken from Ash Greninja and put it to its feet. And that's basically what they did. And
Okay, I can get behind that.
I feel like they could have done something more with the Greninja than what they did.
Okay. Gray.
Okay, so I guess starting off with Greninja, since that's the hot topic, I like that they didn't change much. Like I don't hate it. I don't like it. I never really liked Greninja, but I do like that they kept it pretty simple because Greninja's already a really good design, and they didn't do too much. They could have did a little more than what they did. I agree, but I do like the Ash Greninja Shuriken. I like what they did, but I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not going to say I'm a Greninja fan because of it, but it's cool. Delphox is peak. Delphox is absolute peak. I don't understand anybody who has any Delphox hate right now. Mega Delphox is absolute peak. Chestnaught's cool. I'm not a Chestnaught fan, but he's cool. That's all I got to say for Chestnaught. He's just cool. He's a cool guy.
I've never been a Chesnaught fan either, but I think this one is so good. Especially the things on his shoulder. He actually takes one of them out to attack.
Yeah, no, Chestnaught is actually really good. I'm not like you said. I'm also not a Chestnaught fan, but what they did with Chestnaught makes him super cool. Like he's cool. He's a cool dude. I'm not a fan, but he's a cool dude. I can respect a Chestnaught fan now.
Definitely. And Apollo, have you watched this yet?
No, I haven't. I'm actually just looking at the starters. So, Chestnaught, I was never a fan of Chestnaught, ever. Didn't like him. This design, though, I love it. Delphox, honestly, if you're a big fan of witches, you're going to love it. I love it. I like that it also has two sticks that it used to use. Not sticks, wands. They're also flying along with it, so it's not even holding it. It's just riding on a nice little... That's what I'm looking for, broom. Now, Greninja. There is so much potential with him, and all they did was flip him upside down, put him on a shuriken, and give him a blue helmet.
You're not wrong.
They could have done so much. Like what Evan said, they took the Ash Greninja shuriken from the back, put it on his feet. They could have done something, or they made it a shield, or I don't know.
Yeah.
He looks like give him wings. He looks like a bat now. He looks like a little bat boy hanging. I love Greninja, but they did him dirty.
They could have made like little scarves or something fly off them, or ribbons, like you know how ninjas have like the ties around them. Like they could have did some more design work with them.
Definitely.
I do like that he throws the shuriken. I'm gonna throw that out there. I do like that he takes it off his feet and throws it for attacks. That's sick. But I don't think it's enough for me.
So yeah, I'm actually, this is like the first time I think that I've actually been in agreement with like everybody else. When it comes to Mega Delphox, I actually very much agree with Apollo. If you like witches, if you like Delphox, Mega Delphox is definitely gonna hit that for you. Like it is exactly what you would want. It's exactly what you would expect. It's a good design. Mega Greninja is, well, I mean, if you like Greninja, it's still Greninja. Like, it almost makes me wonder if they know people like Greninja so much and they just were like, well, let's not change it too much because we want to keep it to its original design.
That's exactly how I feel.
Now, Mega Chesnaught, on the other hand, I have never liked Chesnaught. I have always hated Chesnaught. I did not like the design. I was just like, okay, I'm a D&D player. I get it. You've got your mage, your fighter, your rogue character. It fits that, fighter archetype perfectly, whatever. Mega Chesnaught, on the other hand, is like, I went from level 1 to level 20, and look at all the cool gear I got. It just is like, this is what Chesnaught should have been. Like,
Yeah.
he's older, he's rugged, he looks like a warrior king.
It leans a lot more into the paladin kind of
Yes.
inspirations that they were basing it off of in the first place, which I think is really good for it, because like this is what Chesnaught should have looked like from the beginning. So I'm happy it finally got it, but
Same. So, along with the Mega Kalos starters, Nintendo, Game Freak, and Pokemon in a interesting, I'm going to say interesting because I know we all have thoughts on this, and I don't want to give my thoughts away too early. In a very interesting turn of events, Game Freak announced the Legends ZA DLC. It's called Mega Dimensions, but not only did they announce it and gave us a price for it and are allowing us to pre-order it. Again, I want to stress, if you are listening to this or watching this later on down the road, this is well before, actually it's almost exactly a month before the game itself is set to release. They also gave us 2 new Mega Evolutions. They gave us Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. Apollo, I'm actually going to have you go and watch the reveal for this, because there's a lot going on in this trailer. It's very interesting, but it also makes me wonder a lot. So, Evan, I'm actually going to start with you for this one. How do you feel about all of that?
I mean, obviously there's a marketing concern of it kind of being like, you're marketing a DLC before the game has even released, which is never, in my opinion, a good decision, because all of a sudden you're just turning your fan base of being like, oh, well, you're advertising your extra content before the main game has even released, so why don't you just release the DLC as part of the main game? It's clearly just a money grab. So I kind of wish that they just didn't advertise the DLC yet. I feel like they could have revealed the Mega Raichus. Maybe revealing them at all was probably not the best decision, but like reveal them and then later on reveal that they are a part of the DLC. But then you always also run into a whole issue of, well, why did you show a reveal of these megas if they're not going to be with the base game? And then also they've confirmed what part of the DLC is going to be accessible on launch, like certain bits of it, but not all of it will be, which is also a weird decision.
That makes a little more sense though, because you don't want people to jump ahead in the story.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but I feel like if you're not going to like make it so the DLC is available at launch, what was the point in marketing it already, right? Like, especially if we're expecting it to be like at least a few months after release, I feel like you could start marketing a DLC a few weeks after the games come out or something, to be like, oh, hey, like there's going to be, some extra Mega Evolutions coming in downloadable content in a few months from now. Something to get people to be like, oh, that's exciting, more content for the game I've already bought. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna drop, whatever, $80 on this Legends ZA game, and then in, basically right away, gonna drop an additional $30 on the DLC. It's gonna thumb fans off, for sure.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you. I think the word that I would use, at least as a consumer of Pokemon products, is it's a red flag. It is a red flag for me of, hold on here. So are you telling me, like, is this post game that I'm paying for? Is there still a post game beyond this? Like, also, how many Mega Evolutions are just tied to this DLC? There's a lot of questions along the lines of that. Xehanort, we'll go to you next.
I mean, if you take Scarlet and Violet as an example, they broke down their DLC into 2 parts with Teal Mask and then the Indigo Disc, right? They released the stories of them kind of like spread apart, you know what I'm saying? To give people time to saturate into certain parts of the game first. This is nothing more than a money grab. I don't see it as anything else than that. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to reveal a DLC before the game even. It's kind of insane work. As far as the new Megas go, Mega Raichu X, Mega Raichu Y, why Raichu? I'm just wondering. Like, am I the only one?
It's because they love, and they can't give megas to Pikachu, so they.
And if that's the case, are we going to get a Mega Hoopa? Because where's Hoopa pulling these Mega Stones from?
I have a very strange feeling they are going to retcon the form of Hoopa into essentially being a Mega form.
Yeah, the Unbound form is basically going to become the Mega.
But we've seen like those were only 2 of the Mega Stones inside of like a whole portal of Mega Stones. So does this mean that we're gonna
DLC is going to be pulling like this is how Mega Mewtwo, the Lotties, stuff like that. If they are going to be through.
And then there's that. And in Pokemon, Latios, Latias, Rayquaza, and Mewtwo have shown to need a like Mewtwo in the anime, Rayquaza because of Dragon Ascent, and Latios and Latias, I'm not sure why, but they don't need a Megastone either. But does that mean that they'll be able to access their Mega forms in the game? Like, will we get that as well? Like, I have so many questions. You know what I'm saying?
There's no doubt in my mind that with this, we're going to get Primal Groudon, Kyogre, we're going to get Rayquaza, we're going to get probably the Latias, and this is probably how they'll justify Mewtwo. But my wondering is, do you think we're going to see more X and Y forms? Like, do you think we're going to see more split Megas?
I feel like the split Megas specifically, they only give them to Pokemon outside of Mewtwo. They've only given them Pokemon whose stats spread into a mixed or special attacker. Like with Charizard and Pikachu and Raichu specifically, they are very prominent mixed attackers. Like you can run a Raichu special or physical, you can run a Charizard special or physical. So I think the X and Y is just a way for them to do both without having to, sacrifice one or the other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I have some thoughts on all of this.
Hit us up, Hayes.
So firstly, I think with the X and Y, I think what they are now trying to do is whichever forms have, I might be wrong, but whichever bonds have regional forms, I think they're gonna do the X and Y, because Raichu X clearly looks like Cantonian Raichu, and Raichu Y very resembles a lot of Alolan Raichu.
Okay.
I'm gonna push back on that. I actually don't think Raichu Y resembles Alolan Raichu, outside of
the tail. Look at the tail. Alolan Raichu's tail is its defining feature.
Yeah, I can see its tail matching Alolan Raichu's, but outside of the tail and the color, I don't see too much ties in.
So this is just a theory. This is just a thought I had. Not even my thought. I read it on Twitter. But I think that might make sense.
I can see it making sense, but I do want to push back on it. I don't I don't want to agree to that too hard.
On the whole marketing thing, I've been thinking about this since yesterday. I have 3 reasons why they've done this. I don't think it's the way to do it, but I have 3 reasons why they've done this. One is I strongly believe Legend Z was supposed to come out or release Pokemon Day this year, but they couldn't have it, so they had to delay it. So the DLC was supposed to come out now, I think.
Oh,
makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah. So that's why they had to release the mark. That's one thing. The second thing is we are literally on the doorstep of Gen 10. So they're probably going to release Gen 10 on Pokemon Day next year. So if they reveal Gen 10 and they also reveal the DLC at the same presence, I don't think the DLC would get much hype.
Okay.
That's the second thing.
That makes just as much sense.
And the third thing is, I think this is Nintendo who has also pushed them to move these things outside of their Pokemon Zone presence into Nintendo's Directs, because the last Nintendo Directs were dog shit, and they wanted some more content for this Direct.
That's fair, yeah, because this is people have said this is the best Nintendo Direct in a very long time.
I can agree with that. It was juicy with content. All the content was good. It wasn't a bunch of farming sims. It was solid. It was a really good Direct. I have quick thoughts. They're not going to take up too much time. I agree with Hayes full-heartedly with all his points. I feel like that's a big reason why they released the DLC. My thought yesterday was that maybe they're releasing the DLC now because they didn't get as many pre-orders for ZA, so they're trying to push how many pre-orders they get.
Ooh.
I feel like, the numbers might not be matching up, so they're just trying to boost numbers, boost how much money to get off the game off launch. But after hearing Hayes, I feel like it's a combination of that plus the game was already supposed to be out. So
Yeah.
they're just trying to play catch up so they're not behind for next year. But my thoughts for Hoopa, I feel like they're definitely using Hoopa to tie in a lot of more megas that might not make sense in Kalos, like Rayquaza, Aerodactyl, the Lottie twins, Groudon, Kyogre. I feel like that's just a way to bring every mega in and make it make sense, but also have post-game content. On the Mega Raichu X and Y, I'm in love with both of them. Like, I genuinely love how they mixed Pikachu's design with both, but still kept a lot of Raichu in the design.
Yeah.
Raichu Y is probably my favorite because it leans more into Pikachu, and I'm more of a Pikachu fan myself anyway. But Raichu X, I just love how it looks like it just wants to punch everything in sight. Like, it just has that vibe, and I love that vibe from Raichu, how it's just a rambunctious, rowdy child. Like, so I love both the megas. I love how they split its personalities up like that, and yeah, those are my thoughts. I can't wait to see the shiny.
For those who don't know, I come from a marketing background. That is my day job. My day job is marketing and sales. It's fun. Loads of fun. But as much as I agree with Hayes, I tend to agree with Gray a little bit more. Just on the marketing standpoint, I think that something
you can agree
didn't.
with both of us. It's not a mutually exclusive thought.
No, but so I do agree with you, but I also
No, I agree with Gray also. I think that's probably another reason why they've done this. Yeah.
I think something didn't sell, or something in the marketing side of things or the sales side of things. Somebody sitting at that table had the big brain idea, was like, wait a minute. We have an emergency red button that we can press. We'll just tell them about the DLC. The problem is there was nobody sitting at that table going, hold on. We do that, it's gonna look bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
From a marketing standpoint on my side, I understand as a company why you did it. But here's the thing you're not realizing. What wasn't finished in the post game that you needed to put in this DLC that you had to advertise it now? Because what that makes me think is that there was something they showed in the trailers that isn't going to be until the DLC. And they're going to be able to be like, well, we showed it to you because we announced the DLC at this time. So they have that fallback of being like, yes, we showed it to you, but we also showed you the DLC before it came out too. So you can't really be mad at us.
I think that ties back into like the Hisuian Pokemon, the Alolan Pokemon being shown in that trailer. I feel like that ties all in. Like, home compatibility isn't going to be till, later on or something.
Oh, yeah. Apollo, did you get a chance to watch the video?
Yeah, man. Whole 55 seconds. It was very underwhelming.
I was gonna say, why is this man coming back into chat sounding defeated?
So you get a Hoopa popping up, which I love Hoopa. Love Hoopa up Unbound. Diabolical. With his little Hoopa rings and then 2 Mega Stones. And then out comes Raichu X, Raichu Y. That's literally all you get.
That's my point. I was like, if you're gonna show us DLC, bro,
I want to see some DLC.
Exactly. Too. Like, I need some content. I need y'all to show me something. I need something to explode.
Yeah, no, facts. If you're gonna show me a little bit of it, show me something that can actually grab me, not just early content. Like, oh, you getting Raichu Y and X? Like, okay, that's cool, but what else? What is this?
I mean, just get rid of Mega Raichu Y. I don't really care. It offends me. It offends me in some way that I don't understand. Mega Raichu X, it looks like it's here to just cause trouble and do damage, and I'm there for that.
My guy goes, it offends me.
One's for Thunder Punch and one's for Thunderbolt. That's how you gotta think about it. One's for Thunder Punch and one is for Thunderbolt.
Yeah, one made it with a Palmite and the other one made it with like a Pachirisu. You feel me?
Yeah, but my guy's like, it offends me. Not even like offense. Big O offends me.
It does because it does. I don't like the way them ears look. The way those ears look is just.
Are you talking about the ears or are you talking about the horns?
The jackalope horns. I know he's talking about the jackalope horns.
Those jackalope horns, man. They're not right. There's something wrong with it. Those animals.
Nothing wrong.
You got to stare at the image a little bit. You can't just do one glance and think you like it. You got to stare at it. Hold on, I'm gonna drop.
I've been staring at it, trying to like it, and all I've done is come up with worse things to say about it that I don't want to have on recording.
Look at it. It's so cool.
But then I see X, and I'm like, this guy just looks diabolical. It's like
the X one looks ferocious, bro. I love it. I love how just mean it looks. He's just ready to punch someone in the face.
Looks like he's about to walk on his tail like there's stilts.
Dude, yeah, he's coming at you. Like if I'm sitting in an alley and I see Mega Raichu X coming at me, I know I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Like Mega Raichu Y, I'm just gonna grab you by the tail and slingshot you away.
Mega Raichu.
Mega Raichu.
I also think Raichu was their way of actually doing a Mega Pikachu.
Yeah. That I can agree with.
They want to do a Mega Pikachu, but they couldn't. So they're like, we'll just do 2 Raichus, and we'll make Raichu look more like Pikachu in one.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I think they stretched it as far as they could with giving it a G-Max, but they couldn't possibly give it a Mega.
I mean, it was very underwhelming. 55 seconds is the longest one I could find.
No, but this is just a reveal. This is not a trailer.
I know. But even for a reveal, I feel like they could have done a minute and a half and showed a little bit more.
One more Mega would have been if they showed one more Mega.
Yeah, I mean, even showing anything, because all you get is the 2 Raichus running out at you, and then it shows Mega Dimension. Okay, great. I got the name of it, and that's it.
Are Ultra Wormholes coming back?
No, it's gonna be Mega Wormholes, I think.
Mega Wormholes, Jesus.
Yeah, you're just gonna go in there and beat a Mega and then get his Mega Stone.
Yep.
But that'd be cool.
So I wanted to say that actually now you said it. I think what's the second part or what they said you'll access a portion of it later. I think the later portion is Ultra Beast. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. At least because and I guess that's how they'll bring in the Tapus also. I guess.
Oh.
Because I see the only legendaries which were not in Scavi were the Xerneas, Yveltal, and the Tapus.
Yeah.
And Xerneas and Yveltal and Zygarde, I guess. So I guess Zia explains the Kalos trio, and then I guess the Tapus are going to be in this game also. I think that's in the DLC. I think because they have to bring in Ultra Beast at some point.
I was just saying that I think the Tapus being in it in like the DLC would make sense for it in some way, because you also have Generation 7 like Sun and Moon tied the Tapus with Zygarde as they are all like
yeah
or something that, like like they would be the how we had the genies show up in or Sui for Legends Arceus. It would make sense for the Tapus to be the legendary quartet to show up in Kalos where Zygarde is.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wonder if they're gonna retcon Ultra Necrozma to be a Mega, like we think they're gonna do with Hoopa.
Kind of hope, because
then it's usable. Then it becomes usable.
And abusable.
It's 100%. 100%. Okay. So obviously there was Pokopía that was announced during this as well. But we do have actual questions from the Discord server that pretty much all seem to coincide with Mega Evolution. So do we want to do the Discord questions first, or do you want to just jump right into Pokopía and we will go over the questions after?
Why don't you do the questions? Because I need to step away for a few minutes and then I'll be back.
Okay. The first the first question that we have is from Lucifer.
Jesus.
Saying that on stream, or saying that like out loud while recording.
Are we answer this? Are we sure?
Oh man, like I said it like nothing, but now like hearing it back, I'm like, Wait a minute.
As long as we get like a Michael or a Gabriel in here somewhere, we're good.
Lucy, I'm gonna call him Lucy. What is your favorite mega that has been revealed so far, and what mega would you want to see in the DLC? So what we'll do for this is I'll start from the top of the chat and we'll go down. Give us your favorite mega that has been revealed so far, and give us the one mega that you would love to see in the DLC. So Apollo.
Oh, great! I'm first this time. What do they mean in the DLC, real quick though? I need some clarification on that.
So like what? So for those that follow leaks, there's a huge list of leaked megas that are in the base game. Mega Raichus were not on that list, so pretty much anything's open to get a mega at this point. So what would you like to see in the DLC? Like, if anything could get a mega, what would you want it to be?
Can I pass and you come back to me?
Yeah, I'll do that. Evan.
One that's been on my mind has been Galvantula. Is a Pokemon I'd love to see get a mega. My issue with Galvantula getting one would be like, I'd rather actually see Galvantula get like a proper evolution, like Bisharp did into King Gambit.
And your favorite mega that has been revealed so far?
My favorite's Chesnaught. Chesnaught's my favorite. So.
Solid. Gray. I think I already know your answers, but let's hear what you got to say.
For the mega I want to see in the DLC, if anything's open, I would want to see a Mega Dredagon. Like, I want to see that so badly.
That is
I don't
not
think
what I was
Dredagon.
expecting.
I want Dredagon to get something, just because I don't want it to get an evolution, but I do want it to get something. I feel like it's a Pokemon that's just been shut out. It's like literally just shut out. It was just put onto a game. My favorite mega so far is Raichu Y. Hands down. It hands down.
Awesome. Xehanort, yours.
Okay, so my favorite mega so far it's Chesnaught. It's Chesnaught. I don't even care. It's Chesnaught. I love Chesnaught. I love the design. But the one that I would love to see, Mega, like, they scrapped the idea back in 2010, and literally it's been 11 years, bro. They have no. It has to happen. I gotta.
Okay. Apollo, are you ready to go?
Yeah, man. All right. My favorite one revealed so far, honestly, probably a hot take. I love Mega Halucha. I don't know why I love it. Maybe it's because that reveal video was so sick. That is the only thing I've actually watched. But Mega Noivern, I think, would be bad.
Oh,
that would be sick.
That would be sick.
It'd be cool.
So my favorite mega that's been revealed so far, I hate agreeing with everybody, Chesnaught. I think Chesnaught legitimately has taken what a mega should be and has legitimately just excelled at that, brought it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
If I could have any mega that I want, it's gonna be Alolan Ninetales.
That could be crazy.
I want that thing to go like full Ice Demon Kitsune. Just
it becomes bipedal.
Gross.
Stop it. But I think that would just be so cool. Like, it gets like the markings and all that, and it's just so good. Next question we have is Xehanort. You realize you asked a question, right?
I did.
You did.
When?
We're in the recording question chat.
Well, yeah, I did.
Our next question is from Xehanort from our Discord server. I don't even know who that is. What was the first Pokemon to Mega Evolve? I mean, canonically, it's
Rayquaza.
Yeah.
But didn't they have a statue of Lucario saying that it was?
I think Lucario is the first mega to be megaed by a human, and Rayquaza is the first mega. Period.
Mm.
And then the first mega we see Mega Evolve, I believe Apollo is correct, is Gyarados in the anime.
No, the first one in the anime? Nah, that was the fire fighting chicken.
Mega Gyarados was in like season 1, like as like a not even like a Mega Gyarados, but just like
Yeah.
a Gyarados that was weird.
Yeah, it was a teaser.
It's like a shadow on the water. I'm gonna die on that hill. So y'all can disagree, but that's it. I'm dying here.
I'm up there
right
with
now.
you.
No, Blaziken was the first mega revealed in anime.
So yes, the first confirmed mega evolution to be shown in the anime, like actually shown to go from base form to mega form, was Blaziken. But Gyarados was hinted at well before. Well, it probably wasn't even meant to be a hint. I'm pretty sure they designed Mega Gyarados to fit that.
Yeah, evolution was Mega Mewtwo Y being in the black and white anime. It was just the original. It was a Mewtwo 3 because we had no idea of Mega Evolution at the time.
Oh, that's right.
It was.
Yes,
we did-
that's right.
Mega Evolution. So,
Okay, our next question is from Strings, relatively new to the server, awesome guy. Their question is, the evident pattern of X and Y shaped megas, depending on the version, Raichu, Abomasnows, and the Charizards, etc. Not really a question, but we can discuss that. Do we think that we're going to see that follow through? He said, with the evident pattern of X and Y shaped megas, depending on the version, so like if you had X and you had Y, they fit that pattern, like Raichu, Abomasnow, and the Charizard. I mean, I think with them revealing the Raichus, I think that answer pretty much is self-explanatory at this point. Like they're sticking to it. It's going to be a thing.
I think they'll stick to the X and Y gimmick, but I don't think that's gonna be their only thing. Like,
No,
they can't
no.
lean on that hard. I don't think they're gonna lean on it as hard as they did with X and Y, because if they do, that just destroys so much creativity.
We do have one last question. This is going to be more towards the VGC players, definitely. What does the group think? This is from Jeweled Shark. What does the group think the new megas will do competitively? Abilities, stats, etc.
Megas open up the door for exclusive abilities. So, getting brand new abilities that we have no clue what they're even doing.
Right. I mean, we can guess at it. Like, we could say, okay, Chesnaught shell armor because it looks like it's getting a harder shell. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Greninja.
Victory Bell could get like corrosion because his ass is getting stronger.
Right, exactly. Or Greninja gets prankster. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, we can't really call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that has to be seen in game. Actually,
that is a loaded question.
Yeah, I mean, like, do I think that these megas are going to be a little bit more powerful than megas that we've seen previously? I do, just because of power creep. Because like me and Evan have actually discussed this previously. You take an old mega and pin it up against a Paradox, like especially like say like Fluttermane, Iron Hands.
There was a thing that went around not that long ago that was about a Fluttermane clicking Icy Wind, and it just OHKOs Mega Salamence with a non-stab spread move. The fact that Mega Salamence is kind of power crept out because of a single Pokemon called Fluttermane is wild. You now have things Kangaskhan. Okay, it's only base 100 speed. During the Gen 6 and 7 era, that was pretty good. Now you have things like Sneasler that just outspeed and one-shot it with close combat because you're a Mega. You can't just Terrastal out of your typing, right?
Or can you? Or can you? We don't know yet.
Well,
we don't. True.
I would assume because Megas couldn't use Z moves and so on.
But Terra isn't item based. It's an orb.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Raiza didn't need an item to Mega, but they still made it so he couldn't use Z moves.
Oh, okay.
But that's Rayquaza. It doesn't need a Mega Stone to begin with. That's Rayquaza. Are you kidding me?
That's my point. It doesn't need a held item to Mega.
I feel like they had to make a whole new section called Anything Goes just because of Mega Rayquaza. I don't think that's going to apply to every single Mega Pokemon.
But my point was just using it as it doesn't need its item slot to mega like all the other megas. So the gimmick requiring the item slot isn't a restriction on using multiple gimmicks on a single Pokemon, because they made it so Rayquaza couldn't use both its Mega Evolution and a Z move, right?
That's just Rayquaza though.
Yeah, but I think that would follow through, like especially with them putting everything, like with everything going on Champions for like VGC wise. I think it's easier for them to control that type of what's the way to say this? I think it's easier to control that interaction in the coding wise, on a dedicated battling platform.
Like I honestly couldn't see you popping a Mega and then throwing a Terra Orb all in one turn. Like that seems like a very loaded turn.
I need to see a rule set or something. Like they need to drop some more information on Champions.
The format for Champions is going to be Mega Evolution only.
Yeah.
They did that. So like we'll get to see some stuff, but we just don't know how things like Mega and Terastallization are going to interact within from the same player, right? We don't know if we can use two gimmicks on one Pokemon. We're assuming no.
I don't think we're gonna have those interactions for quite some time, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, I think at least for the first while, it is going to be just Mega Evolution for Champions, probably until after.
But the trailer shows like a Mega Evolved Charizard going against a Terrestrialized Donzo. Like I don't think that checks out.
Showing the potential future, because they also show the Z move symbol on the Omni bracelet thing, whatever. So it's basic confirmation Z moves are also in the game, but there's not going to actually be allowing them for official competitive play right away.
Yeah, I mean it's a rule set, so it could always change around. You're right though. It might not be like that off the rip.
Yeah, like they're gonna have Mega and Terrastal at some point together at the same time, but it's just it's not going to be an immediate thing, right? They might wait 2 or 3 rule sets before they let us use both.
The other thing we also have to remember, Evan, is that's for official Pokemon competitions.
Right.
We don't know how we're going to be able to change those rules. So,
well, the thing is like the interactions, they'll have the interactions coded into the game.
Yeah.
So it like we'll learn it pretty quick as soon as multiple gimmicks are allowed in some capacity. We'll be able to figure it out very quickly what's allowed and what's. Until we have hands, we probably won't know how if we can Terra and Mega the same Pokemon, right?
I think we're gonna find that out day one. Like I think we have enough people within our server that very much are going to go into custom matches and figure that out.
Listen, for me personally, chances are, because Champions is coming out presumably early 2026, so it'll be winter season for me, which means I'll probably be able to get time off. I am probably taking a few days off work to just game Champions and do as much technical stuff as I can.
So, like I said, at the very least, but from the sounds of it, between myself, Xehanort, and Evan, we will have all that information for you very soon, once after Champions comes out. So, that's all we have for questions. Now, I guess we're going to hit that hot button topic. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm ready, bro. Let's do this.
Did you watch this trailer?
No, but I'm about to, so you guys start talking.
So along with revealing 5 new Megas and the Mega Dimensions DLC, the Nintendo Direct, in a very interesting turn of events, also revealed a new game that's coming out in 2026 called Pokopía. From at least my first understanding of it, when I first saw it, it very much looked like Pokemon does Animal Crossing. The human character has a very similar art style to that. The landscape to it has a very similar art style to what do you want to call it? Animal Crossing. But the Pokemon models look very Let's Go. If anybody caught on to that.
Yeah.
I will actually preface this now. I have always been a staunch critic of the Nintendo versus Pal World lawsuit. That's not hidden. That is no surprise to anybody, I don't think, in this current chat that we're having right now. So for me, when I saw this, it very much looked like this is a direct response to Pal World. I'm going to open the floor up now and let you guys discuss, and I will chirp in here and there because I do have thoughts, but my thoughts are also very much on the side of I don't if what I think was done, I'm very much not appreciative of it. Am I gonna buy the game? Yes. But yeah, it feels bad in some cases. So I'll let you guys go.
I think me and you, Unsealy, are on a very similar page of what went on with this game and the process to where we are with it. It doesn't have a good look if you can really consumer standpoint looking in of the whole Power World situation and then this game coming out. You hope that this game was in development when that lawsuit kind of came about, but you never know. Maybe they saw the Power World thing, said, "Oh, we can do this and make money off of this. So let's and make our own game that's like this."
That's kind of where I was getting at, where it looks like they took some Animal Crossing assets, took some Let's Go assets, and just kind of smashed them together and went, what can we get out of this?
Yeah.
Bro, there's definitely like Minecraft aspects to this too.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say, man.
Just the look of it, the blocky look of the whole entire. It's screaming Minecraft.
It's like they took some of the biggest franchises and then said, let's cram it together, make a game, and say screw you to everybody.
That's exactly what they did. And the fact that you have Pokemon helping you out building your base, well, we've seen that before.
Right, definitely. Pal World.
Gray, how do you feel?
I have very mixed feelings on this game. I know I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to be addicted to it. But I also know all the evil behind it and where it was created from. So I'm very conflicted.
Yeah, it's no surprise Mega Malamar released, right before this.
Yeah, there's no coincidence. I feel like there was some thought put into it, but I also feel like it was just thrown together. Like there was a combination of things happening outside of them having this idea that made them want to make this game. But I'm still going to get it and be addicted, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah,
I think it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna play it. They're gonna get my money. I know that. One thing I have always said, and I will continue to say until I am blue in the face: Pokemon games sell consoles, and they always have, and they always will.
I mean, I'm a living example of that. I literally bought my Switch 2 and didn't even care if I was gonna I've bought the only Switch 2 exclusive game I currently have is Mario Kart World that came with the Switch 2. I literally got it for my Pokemon games that aren't even out yet.
There's no issues with that. I do kind of want to elaborate on this game though, which kind of takes me off because they did, they filed those patents about Pokemon being the only game that has a mechanic of summoning characters to fight other characters.
Nah, they can't do that. Digimon literally came out before them. So if that's the case, Digimon can get it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the big difference for Digimon. In 99% of Digimon games and media, your Digimon are not in an item that you have to throw out to summon to battle.
Yeah.
What you mean? The Digi-Tracker?
Yeah, but that's not, you're not summoning them. You're not throwing the Digivice to make them battle. It is very specifically the act of throwing a Pokeball, a card, throwing a device, and a creature popping out, and another character throwing a device and a creature popping out, and them fighting.
Wait, what about Arc? Arc literally has chiropods. You can literally take it or catch it, put it in a chiropod, and throw it back out like a fucking Pokemon. And they ain't going to sue Arc? They ain't going to sue Arc?
No, this would affect Arc. This would affect a lot of games. The Shin Megami Tensei game, Persona.
It won't affect Temtem because Temtem paid to use something from Nintendo, but it will affect Koromon, it'll affect Nexomon, it'll affect Arc, it'll affect Shinigami Tensei, it'll affect.
There's no way they could do that. There's no way they'll pull it out.
They can try.
They could try to come after Final Fantasy because they literally have things called summons, and they are actual orbs. Have fun with doing Square Enix, but
World of Warcraft does something similar with their pet battle system.
World of Warcraft been out forever.
So here's the problem with that.
Final Fantasy's been out forever since like the 80s, man.
Facts.
As of right now, and I know me and Gray have talked about this, and I know me and Evan have talked about this recently. As of right now, Nintendo has been very selective on who they go after with this like type of lawsuit or this type of cease and desist. I wonder if it will stay the same. Like if they will just, if they get this patent approved, if they will all of a sudden become more hard hitting when it comes to like the lawsuits and types of things.
I mean, they're gonna have to. If they're willing to pursue this, they have to.
I agree. Like in a perfect world, they would 100% go after everybody. But as we all know, we do not live in a perfect world. And you have to remember, Pocket Pair, the company that made Pal World, was not a giant company before Pal World. They were a small, technically indie developer. Pal World sales shot them up to being at the level of a AAA title. It is a lot different to sue an indie developer than it is to go after AAA heavy hitters. We were talking earlier before we got on stream, Hoyoverse is coming out with a creature capture game. That game, when I saw the trailer, if I just looked at it cursively, I would have thought it was a gameplay demo for Legend ZA. It's in a city. It is very similar art style. What's going to happen with that? And again, suing Pocket Pair is a lot different than suing Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse makes a lot of money based on their gacha system. It's same with like, I mean, they probably could go after Arc because Arc's not like, the creators of Arc aren't that big, but going after Final Fantasy, going after, Blizzard, that's a very different animal. It's going to be very interesting to see where that goes. But again, like I said before, will I play this game? Probably. I think we all will end up getting this game. I don't know, Evan, if you will. I don't know how much of like the casual.
I mean, I'll probably get the game. I just don't, and like try it out because it's Pokemon. But I just don't know if I will play it for very long. It'll also depend on like what kind of price tag we're looking at on this.
Yeah.
It's like a full price game. I probably don't get it because I'm probably not going to spend enough time on the game to justify spending. For me, Canadian dollars, I'm looking at like $100 a game for base games now. I'm not looking at spending, really $100 for me. It's not that big a deal, but I also look at it. That's $100. I'm not going to spend $100 on a game I'm not really going to play that much. But you see, like I'll buy like some Switch Online games when they're from indie studios.
Yeah.
And they're like $1 game on sale online. Like that, if I buy that and I play it for 10 hours, that was a pretty good 10.
Yeah, well worth the money.
And like I bought, both versions of Scarlet and Violet and their DLCs. Between both versions, I have put in probably 2,500-ish hours between both versions.
Oh yeah, easily.
That's easily worth my $200 I spent on the game, both base games and the DLCs. That's easily worth my money.
So the way I've always compared it is I take, the price of the game. So right now games are what, $80 to $90? If I'm paying $80 to $90, I want $1 per an hour of playtime. Like if I don't at least hit that threshold, then the game was not worth it in my mind.
You're gonna definitely get that. Every Pokemon game demands at least like 100 hours.
Oh, easily. But it's just that mentality of there are some games where you don't get that. And say, it is like Animal Crossing, which I have a very sneaking suspicion it is. If it's just the same thing over and over and over again, and they didn't say anything about multiplayer. So it's not like, okay, we're all in a call right now. Can we all go to each other's, island, zone or whatever and do random things.
If they're taking everything else from Animal Crossing, they might as well. Probably got to fly on a Delibird or something.
Oh, it'll be a Corviknight.
I could just imagine being a Delibird sack though. He just gives you like a present. He's like, here you go. Here's your destination.
Well, yeah, and if it's like Animal Crossing, we can definitely expect, seasonal events and all that kind of stuff. So I do think it'll have a lot of viability, but it's just whether or not the gameplay is actually worth sticking around.
I mean, Animal Crossing had that base audience from years ago that were playing in their childhood.
So the success for Animal Crossing isn't even the fact that it was like a childhood nostalgia. It was the fact that it released literally when the entire world was in lockdown, and that was a way to, in a way, get out and see your friends.
Yeah, it was a way to stay sane and keep your mind healthy, I guess.
All in all, what do we think about all the releases that we've seen so far?
Overall, fairly positive with most of what's come out. I mean, like, there's some questionable decisions about some stuff, but like, overall, I'm happy with what's been announced.
I agree with you. I think the end of 2025 and 2026 are going to be a very good year if you're a Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're eating good if you're a Pokemon fan.
I mean, obviously, like, like, VGC player, I am for champions is what I'm really here for. I want more champions info, but I feel like we're not seeing anything about champions probably until the new year.
Oh, easily. Like, I definitely think there'll be a lot of questions when that comes out. I honestly think they're keeping stuff close to their chest because they're like, we don't know how some of our core players are going to react to it.
Mm-hmm. They know we're going to play it. They know it.
Oh yeah, no, they know we're going to play it. They just don't. They don't know what the reaction's going to be.
We're going to riot. If it's not good, we're going to riot. 100%.
But like we said earlier in the recording, they don't care about our complaints. Like, let's be real. We can complain all we want.
They're going to care when we all start asking for refunds.
Have you ever tried to return something through Nintendo?
Yes.
It is. It's hard.
That's what she said.
It's possible.
Yeah, but they make it so hard. You just give up and say, you know what? Just keep the money, man.
Just keep it, bro. Just take the game away. I don't even want the money no more.
What was that Pal World clone that I got, Gray, for like $2? And Pal Land. They released like a Pal World type game. This game isn't finished. It's not finished. I bought it for like $2 or $3 because I was like, I need to know. I need to know what this is. This game, I played about 10 minutes of it. I turned it off. I deleted it from my console, and legitimately, I emailed them and was like, I want my money back. And I had to explain on 3 different reasons why I wanted the $3 I spent back. I was like, it's not even about the money. It is solely about the principle at this point. Like, you guys released an unfinished game.
Right.
Like, and it's not even like it's like beta access like Pal World is, where like it's a full game, but you're still in whatever, you're still in early access. No, this game is not finished. You can't even run. It was bad. But so I do think I like I said, I think we're all in agreement that the next couple of months to the next year will be a very good year for Pokemon players.
100%.
All in all, man, I'm excited for everything to come out. I don't really see anything I think I'm gonna dislike about the game either. I think it all looks really sick.
Yeah, no, I think we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. As far as housekeeping goes, we are planning on running our own Pokemon League once Champions comes out. Now, for that, we have a couple different methods of assigning or inviting gym leaders to, be the gym leaders for our league. If you join or, you join the Discord, one of those options is still viable, but we will be having more come out, as November and December hit. And then we do run like different game nights, different tournaments going on. Just as a heads up, the single stage tournament that we're running now should take us up until the release of ZA, and we will be taking a break on our traditional tournaments just to allow people to play ZA. You know, we're going to try out that free-for-all gimmick, you know, do a couple things and give people some time to actually enjoy the game itself. Definitely check us out, you know, wherever we are. We've got Twitter, we've got Stream, obviously we've got YouTube, and definitely join the Discord. Xehanort, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Extreme Gamer XP on Twitch and YouTube.
Awesome. Hayes, where can they find you? I think is it Twitter for you and YouTube?
Twitter, these days only, by the name of Hayes, and you can also find me in the Thavorian Skies Discord.
Nice. Gray, what about you?
Just find me in the Discord.
I'm lurking. Evan, are you anywhere outside of Thavorian Skies?
I am on Twitter. I rarely post there though.
If you really want to find Evan, look for where the Toronto regions are happening and go find them.
Yeah,
Go look for the guy that's hitting Fissure every, you know, single match. Paulo.
Yeah, you can find me in Thavorian Skies and a couple other Discord servers, but yeah, you don't want to find my Twitter. You just don't want to be there.
You can also find Apollo in an HR department every now and then.
If you do, yes. If you go to your local HR department and ask for Apollo, they will probably know who he is. And
just a bit of closing knowledge. I just saw this. Maybe it was already discussed while I was away. Hoopa's signature move, Hyperspace Fury. If you translate its Japanese name, it translates to Interdimensional Rush.
Oh.
And Mega Dimension, the DLC, if you translate its Japanese name, that translates to Mega Dimensional Rush.
Oh.
a Hoopa confirmed.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking its form is going to be its mega form. Okay, well, again, this has been Thavorian Skies. Thank you guys, and we will talk to you guys later.